In case you haven't noticed, I like racing games. I fell in love with them ever since I was a little boy. I was absolutely obsessed with cars, but there was one thing I liked more than just cars. It was seeing them crash. Ever since I got Burnout Revenge in my hands, something fascinating happened inside my head. Some wires got crossed, they short-circuited, and my little brain ignited. I was never the same since then. Vehicular combat games were right up my alley, and I started getting into more of them as time went on. Then, I ran out of games. Well, racing games are not in their greatest moment right now, and it shows. Sure, there are some good ones out there, but it's really dry at the moment. And car combat games? Don't even get me started on those. They reached their peak in the 2000s and 2010s, but disappeared all of a sudden. I needed my vehicular combat fixed really badly, but right as I was about to start tweaking, Shoutout appeared. For context, Shoutout is a vehicular combat game that was released in September 2022 for PC and got an Xbox release a couple of months ago. A release on PlayStation is still pending, so you gotta wait. I caught the game on the day of release, and I played it as soon as it was downloaded. I finished the campaign, bought a shit ton of cars, got all of the achievements, and kept having fun with the game for a good amount of time. After doing all that, I decided to put my 2 cents in and review the game in case you were doubting to get it. So, let's get started. The story of the game is really simple. You are Mihalij, a retired stuntman that recovered from an accident that left him bedridden and amnesiac. Right when he's ready to start a new life in America, he has another accident. Thankfully, his dog rescues him from the debris. After wandering the city, he finds a huge billboard promoting the Shoutout festival. He smiles. He's ready to fuck some shit up. The story is not hard to follow. It's silly in the best way possible, and it's riddled with references to other video games and movies. Now, let's talk about the game itself. You get a garage that has a scrapyard in the back, where you can buy crumpled derelict cars and upgrade them with the help of your friend Zenka. But to do that, you need some bank and influence, and to get both, you need to progress in the story mode. The campaign progression is interesting. There are many bosses in a blacklist that reminds me a lot of NFS Most Wanted. To face each one of them, you need a certain amount of fans, and to get those, you need to race and do risky stuff which will give you extra fans. But you have to be careful where you drive. You can also do live streams to scrape a bit more followers and accept challenges or money donations. Speaking of that, feel free to donate to my Patreon if you want to get some cool perks. Just if you want. Okay, thanks. Once you reach the needed amount of followers, you will be able to face each boss in a couple of events. After you defeat them, you get licenses to get more cars, more money, and more fans, until you reach the top. Now, you're probably asking, is there anything more than just a campaign? Yes! There's a lot to do. You have a free race mode where you're able to choose any type of event and any track and use the cars you've bought. There are many different modes like races, derbies, elimination, stunts, and a very varied selection of tracks, spanning from the suburbs of LA and snowy forests to figure-8 tracks and race circuits. The car selection is also unconventional, but really fucking good. I have the Xbox version, so the game came with all the DLC cars. There are classic cars, modern cars, trucks, tanks, pickups, muscles. It's just amazing. The game also has another mode inside of it that can be considered a game on itself, and it's called Shoutout, where you survive hordes of zombies with your car in an open world. Overall, the game is amazing for what it is. It was made by a really small studio, yet they added a lot of content to it, and I feel there's a lot of replay value. They added cops. They're even adding bikes. Are you serious? Shoutout is a love letter to games like Flatout, Carmageddon, and Burnout. It doesn't take itself seriously, and it doesn't need to. The races are amazing, fast-paced, and destructive. The handling model is good enough for the type of game it is. The graphics are great, despite not being a AAA game. The damage models are fantastic. And the best part is that the game is fun. On a downside, the cutscenes may look rough, and the voice acting can sound really weird or off at times. But it's a small studio. They did what they could. Oh yeah! And there's not an Argentinian license plate in the game. This game is a 2 out of 10!
You need to leave!
Nah, just kidding. The pros outweigh the cons by a huge margin. If you like Flatout 1, you will like this game. If you like Flatout 2, you will love Trailout. And if you like Flatout 3, seek help. Anyways, shout out to Good Boys for doing their name justice by making such a fun game. And thank you for watching until the end. I hope you like this video as it's my first time ever making a review for a game on my channel. Consider subscribing, sharing this video, and leaving your thoughts in the comments. Also consider joining the Patreon to get some cool perks. I'll see you next time.